Hey, somebody's already here. We're up and running. On time, maybe even a minute or two early. Woohoo. Who we got? Who was first? Oh, out of there. Hey, Anthony, how are you? My uh, nephew from Montana? Something like. Is that right? Montana? How's the family and my favorite niece? Not sure what don't ng means. Doing great. Had me going for a minute. I just got done in time. Dad bought that lot over on the coast. He needed a riding mower, so I had one John Deere 111 that I had put a different motor in and stuff in it, and I had it almost done when I put it away. So I drug it out and got it ready to go. So get it to him this week or weekend or something. Whew. Now I can sit and relax. Don't know how many people will get on our first live stream, but I had half a dozen or so say they'd be here, so that's cool. I think I forgot to bring my soda with me. Oh, you're you're out and about. Well, drive carefully. Should be driving and live streaming at the same time. Somebody else pop in. Who we got? Welcome to our first live stream. We did the test there on Thursday, was it? It was awesome. Oh, hit miss. Hello from Massachusetts. Right on. Thanks for stopping by. So my guess is you are a hit miss collector. Would that mean you have more than one or three? Let me guess. You have 15. How many hit miss engines do you have? Always curious what people hoard. Yeah. We were talking yesterday with some friends. Different people collect different things. But most of us collect something. Some of us collect way too much of stuff. Bunch of Maytags and 3 others. So far, I've avoided some of the bigger horsepower, 3, 4, 5 horsepower hit-miss engines. They're so darn big and heavy, and you might have a better take on the market, but have they just gone through the roof here lately? Anything I see anymore is like four figures. Tell you, listen. Oh, I get it. I get it. Oh, you want to hear an interesting story? We were in a motorcycle organization for 25 years. Also have 6 vintage scooters. Right on. You've obviously seen my scooters. And there was this guy in the motorcycle club that had a motorcycle that we all knew about. He came and rode with us, older gentleman. Um, and that's kind of what we knew. He kind of stayed to himself a little bit, but he loved to ride. Well, sadly, he passed away, and the family received a notice in the mail for that the storage unit that he had and didn't tell anybody about was overdue for payment. Been watching for several years now. Thanks, man. Well, they went to this storage unit to find out what in the world the guy could be storing in there that nobody knew about. The wife knew he had one motorcycle. We knew he had a Goldwing motorcycle. Well, here's what happened. The guy would take the motorcycle that his wife knew was parked in the garage, take it to his storage unit, and get one of the 4 other motorcycles that he owned that nobody knew about. So he would drop off his motorcycle his wife knew about at the storage unit, jump on his Goldwing, and come to our Goldwing events. And then he would take it back, get the motorcycle that his wife knew about, and ride it home. And then on the Harley weekend, he would stop by the storage unit and get the Harley and ride it to the Harley event, go back and do that same trick over again. And a BMW and one other one that I forget what it was. So he had 5 motorcycles. The family knew he had one, and they were all in the storage unit. And they didn't know that till after he passed. So that's wife doesn't always know everything. Family doesn't know everything. Who else is out there? Bunch of Maytags. I have 2 Maytags. That's what I have. I have an idea to make a ice cream machine, and I think I have about all the parts and pieces. I want to take a Maytag and belt drive I have a gear reduction box that will change direction 90 degrees. I think I have a couple of them. I have a couple choices. And then maybe turn a jack shaft. I'd like it to turn a lot of things, so it would be interesting to watch. And then finally horizontally turn a ice cream maker. So I picked up a big wood, I think it's wood, ice cream maker with a really heavy-duty gearbox. So I'll have a friend help me with making a pulley for that. And I want to put it on a little cart that I can put up on a trailer or something. Take it to an event and have the Hitmas engine make, Maytag engine, have it make ice cream. So that is one of the projects I have stacked away. I think I have all the parts to do it. It's a matter of time now, but I'm in this just over 3-year window to retire, so I gotta have the projects put away, and I have a million. Maytag ice cream, great idea. Yep. Yep, a Rube Goldberg. That's probably what I want to do with the other one. In fact, I watched, I like to watch the tractor auctions and shows and stuff that come up sometimes on Saturday on the RFD TV or something. And someone had a trailer, a big trailer, had like 4 axles under it, that had 5 or 6 steam engines on it, all turning things like pumps and stuff like that. That was over the top, but that was very interesting. I love the mechanics of that. A Maytag powered bicycle. They're a little heavy. You might need to make a trike. I don't know. It'd be interesting. What's the horsepower of a Maytag? I don't even know. I don't think they're a whole horsepower. Are they like half a horse or something? I've had the little 2-stroke motor deals that drive the front wheel. couple of those in the past. Don't have one currently. Yeah, an adult truck. That's what I'm thinking. Because then you could put it on the back and you'd have it. Half to 3/4 horse. Cool. I was kind of researching them a little bit when I was hunting them, and then once I got a couple of them and I got them running, then my interests kind of change a little bit until I make something that's interesting. They're just engines. Get them out once in a while. Make sure they still run. Who else is out there? We got 3 of yous now. Who's joined us? We were talking about hit-miss engines and Maytag engines and stuff. The last Maytag that I got, I think they wanted 200, 225, something like that. And we were at a town that the whole 2 blocks by 4 block area turns into a big antique show, and then all of the residential areas, they have their yard sales. This is the first Sunday in September every year in a town near us. And there was this Maytag engine, 200, 225, something like that. Can't remember what they wanted for it. I didn't want to pay that. I offered them 125, and the lady wouldn't take it. It was her husband's. She had passed. Hi, Michelle. And so we left. But I came back as we were leaving town, and the widow was not there. The kids were finishing up the sale, and I offered them $125, and they took it. So I paid for the second one. Michelle, welcome to our first live stream. We did a little test on Thursday, and that was a lot of fun, so I knew today would be a blast. So, hope we get a few folks joining us. Yep, 125 is a good price for a Maytag. Now they're like $350 around here, and used to could buy a hit miss like a 2-3 horsepower for that, but now they seem to be like $1,000. So, I probably won't have one. They're so heavy. I need a forklift or something. That'd be a good excuse to buy a forklift, wouldn't it? I posted a video yesterday. We went out to a friend's farm, and my wife and I, because she wanted to see the baby goats. They were 2 weeks old, and like 80 of them. Michelle, watch a channel with a husband who won't tell me how many hit-miss engine he has. He has 2. Yeah, that's it, 2. 1 and a spare. That's all you need. My wife no longer cares how many things I have. Yeah, I have a lot. Lawn and garden tractors, I think, are up to 10. But I got one sold. I actually sold one. I'm going to sell one to my dad. So I had to make really good sure it was, like, worked good. So, Michelle, what you and your husband like about the channel? Always interested to know. As you know, I kind of work on what I want to work on. And sometimes I plan to work on something like, Friday, been a long week, Saturday's coming, got the day off, this is what I want to do. And I get up Saturday and I go, I really want to do something different. So I do. But today I had to get those 2 Honda EU 2000 generators done, and they just needed cleaned up and detailed. So I got that done this morning, and then I had to drag that John Deere 111 out of the trailer and get it running and put a tube in a tire and fix some stuff. And have a Silver Pigeon, really, but a different model. That thing is still on the lift downstairs. I'm totally frustrated with that thing because I can't make it run. And I have the overhead valve 4-stroke 125cc engine, which apparently came in that scooter only, as far as I know. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's what I've been told. The bus project, I finally got videos uploaded. I had to babysit to get them uploaded, but So, Ricky 3, are you my niece or my nephew? Because your name doesn't tell me. But thanks for joining. I don't know why the 125 won't work. It, I don't know. I'll dig back into it. I just hit the point where I just don't want to work on it. Oh, it's Alicia. Alicia, I hear your children like the channel too, so I wasn't sure um, who was joining. But I thought you'd have a different sign in then. Yep. So Tony's out delivering and he chimed in there. Told me it was Alicia. But Ricky 3. I thought you was one of the children. Cool. I put a little more light in this room yesterday. Put in bigger bulbs. Bigger bulbs. Yep. Tony's parked right now. Oh, working on an EU2000 now. Found the carb bowl badly rusted. No. Wow. It's amazing that somebody will pay, $1,050 for a generator and then treat them like that, where they would actually get water in the fuel bowl. That's crazy. I don't even travel with mine without the cover on it, because I don't want them to get more dinged up than they already are. No, I found the last one I did, the one I serviced for a friend, I did a video on it, and it had a ton of dirt in the gas tank. I had to flush it out a couple times, and run a bunch of fuel through it and drain the bowl and take the bowl off and just kind of wipe it out. No rust or water or anything, but man, they were fueling it up out in the desert or something, and they got a bunch of dirt in it, and it wasn't running well. So it really just needed cleaning up. It was the dirtiest thing inside ever. And I have quit hosing them out because everybody says it'll ruin them. I don't think it will. But they don't start till the next day, so there is something to that. Yeah. Oh, I was just in the farm store again where they sell Honda generators and pumps and everything, to get a tube for the John Deere 111 I was working on today. And the EU 1000s are back on the shelf, but the EU 2200s are still off the shelf because of the recall. So hang on to your EU 2000s till they get this thing sorted. Oh yeah, probably was. Had ethanol fuel in it, and maybe they're in a wet environment or on the water. Yep. Quit using that stuff, people. And I admit I do use regular gas, but only when I'm using like generators and mowers, week after week after week. When it gets into like August, and then I switch everything over to non-ethanol fuel. So there's no regular gas in anything. I'm going to move this over. Maybe it'll quit shuttering the light. Anybody else out there new? Appreciate everybody swinging by. We talk about HIPMIS engines and Honda generators and scooters. So I have that 59 Silver Pigeon with it had its original tires on it when I got it. I have the original title for it. If I title it, I'll be second registered owner, but I'm going to save that in case I sell it. Then they can be the second registered owner of it. I have the Cushman Trailster. Having trouble making that thing run. It keeps losing spark. But I'll get after it. I'll get jazzed up to make that thing run again, and it's still on the lift with the Silver Pigeon. Enjoy the variety of cool projects. Cool. I'm glad because I like the variety. I don't like to get too stuck on something. But I got to quit doing generators. I enjoy working on them. That's the trouble. But I got too many other things I need to do. Crawl into my van, replace the rack and pinion again. Well, that sucks. I thought rack and pinions lasted forever. Of course, if you're like delivering in town, you're putting it's like taxi cab wear and tear. I get that. Shouldn't be too hard to do though. I've never done one, but shouldn't be too hard to do. Mm. Was a beautiful day in Oregon today. It was a little overcast this morning, but the sun came out. It was real nice. Joey the big DJ van. Yep, my 67 Boyertown step van. I got invited to do a DJ a going away party for some popular person here in town next Saturday, and I kind of forgot about it, and I haven't responded. I don't know what to do. He actually owns a propane shop here in town, and they did all the rework on that step van. So I thought, well, it would be kind of interesting. I could drive the step van out to his party that he's having, and they could see it in. Because when I took it out there, I hadn't done anything with it on the inside. So that's been a couple years ago. Ford Windstars, rack and pinions. Bummer. You had to get one with a lifetime warranty, Tony. Go to Napa, get a lifetime warranty. Do it one time. Will you paint or wrap the Boyertown when done? Good question. I could talk about that. Been good weather in Montana. When you complete the bus project, or do you have plans for a road trip? If so, where will you travel to? Around. So this is our third motorhome type RV, but we have many other RVs currently, three others. And no specific trip, but we're almost to the 3-year mark to retire. My mobile DJ business, I have opportunities to expand that and do bigger events that are away from here, where it would be nice we could load up all the equipment in the belly of the beast, if you will. We now have the tracker we could tow behind, and we could go for a multi-day event, make some money while we're retired, and go see things that are cool, and have a nice, comfortable place to stay, and just do some traveling. And I see my niece wants us to come visit her in Montana, and that's certainly an opportunity to make that part of a bigger trip. So we do have 3 dogs, and all 3 of them can't be together. So we could travel with one of them, and then we'd have to leave the other 2. And then my niece's mommy, my sister, would have to sit the dogs for us. So that's going to be a little bit of a concern until we tell her the older dogs are gone, which is a horrible thing to say, but that's the reality. The youngest one we'll have for a lot longer than the older one, so. Close to Yellowstone. A few hour drive. Yep. I'm not even sure. My wife and I haven't talked about going to some of those things. We did as kids. Went to Yellowstone and did all that kind of good stuff. Forgotten about a lifetime warranty. What happened in the alignment shop didn't untwist the boots, so they cracked open. Rusted this rack. Huh, take it back to them. Make them replace it if they did it. Who else out there? Chime in. We're just kicking back, talking about stuff. Tell us what you like about the channel. gives me kind of an idea of maybe where to take this a little bit. I did a little video today on the 111 John Deere. I'll try to put it together and post it later. What else? I've got maybe one or two more canned in my phone. I need to sort them out. Do you still have the Aqua 1960s Ford trucks? Actually, not 1960s. It's a 76. And from here, can you see it? There it is. 76 Camper Special. It's got a 65 Caveman camper on it, next to our 1957 El Rey Streamline trailer. Yeah, from my second story window in my shop. Yes, and I need to sell that. That thing's been sitting in there for a year and a half. I fired it up a couple months ago, but I need to get it. I have this seat upholstery and carpet. I need to finish it and send it down the road. Sad enough, but I don't ever drive it. We have 13 vehicles, so it's nuts. It's nuts. So I have trucks. I have the 36, the 56, and the 76. I've got three of them 20 years apart. So the 36 will likely sit there until I retire, 3 more years. And then I'm just going to love getting into that thing. 56 I'll finish up also when I retire. And that's the whole idea of the name, Glenn Speed Shop and all that. I was really hoping I could take on those projects, but I just don't have the time. And work has been nuts literally for years, been nuts. So I get a weekend or one day a week sometimes not even that. So, which is a bummer because especially in the wintertime, I say the wintertime weekends, that's my time, but sometimes it's not. So, yeah, all fun projects, but the 76 needs to go. With retirement coming, I just can't have all these cars. Just the maintenance and upkeep and insurance and all that stuff. There's only 2 of the 13 that we don't insure, but they're not totally roadworthy yet. So the 36 and the 56 aren't drivers yet, so they're not insured, but everything else is. So it's nuts. V-dubs. 57, 67, and 73. My brother-in-law was into VWs when I first met his sister, and I watch Musty One on the internet or on YouTube. Musty One was my influence, the reason I started this channel, because I really enjoyed his videos, and we do similar stuff. We're exactly the same age. We graduated high school same year, all that stuff, so we're very, very similar. He's just a little better mechanic. He's pretty darn good. Yep, everybody loves Musty One. He deserves everything he's getting on YouTube. He's a good guy. Except I sent him it's a flywheel or a balancer pull, or one of the two, I can't remember, for a Porsche, air-cooled Porsche. Because I was hoping to get a shout out from him, quite honestly, but he didn't do it. So, bummer. I was going to put it together with a video. Autocorrect. Half my video titles are misspelled. Either I misspelled it or autocorrected. One or the other. Yep. About 4 years ago, two of our dogs got into a fight, and a few months later they got into a fight again, and we had to keep them separated while we tried to sort this out. So I actually stayed here at my shop uh, and we had a bigger camper at that time. Um, and our house is like that way about 5 blocks as a crow flies. So for 6 months I lived here and my wife lived at home. I had one dog here. She had 2 dogs at home till we got that all sorted, which we never really got it sorted, but we just put gates and fences in our house and they can never be at the same place at the same time. So while I was over here, I didn't really have TV out there in the camper, so I watched YouTube, stumbled on Musty One's channel, and watched every video he had in that 6 months. I was really happy to have found that channel. I watched every video. So anyway. Yeah. Yeah, it was a shameless shout out. That's what I was looking for. But it was a $50 tool. I got it at an auction with a bunch of other stuff. I go, it's Porsche, air cooled Porsche related. Didn't need it. And he was at the time getting stuff and unboxing it, and I tried to make it easy for him, but he's changed a little bit over the years. As his channel's gotten bigger and bigger. So I guess he had to put some rules down. Well, I guess I respect that. Somebody send me something, I'm gonna tell you all about it, though. I tell you. I do like his channel. He posts on Sunday morning, and I always get up same time. 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, 7 days a week, so I keep my sleep cycle good. And he posts. He's on more on the East Coast, so he posts probably 7 o'clock or whatever where he's at. So over here it's like 4 or 5 o'clock, probably 4 o'clock in a.m. when he posts. So when I'm up at 4:30 or 5 o'clock, I have a Musty One video to watch every Sunday. So the channel started a little over 3 years ago. Like I said, I started watching Musty One's video about 4 years ago for about 6 months while I was here. And then we got things sorted out at home with the dogs. And it was like November, December. So it would have been like 3 years ago then. So it's been a lot of fun to do it. It's been also a lot of fun when you do all these projects that I like to do, and you can go back and find the projects on my YouTube channel, and you can kind of remember. For example, I'm going to sell this John Deere 111 to my dad, but I needed to remember at what state it was in when I parked it. So I just went back and watched my videos on the 111 so I could remember what it was I had left to finish. I thought I knew, and I was pretty close, but still, oh yeah, okay, I know. I need to put a tube in a tire and stuff, and got it all out this morning and got it finished up, so that's good. Video coming. Yeah. So every time I run into someone that is into VWs, I tell them to watch Musty One's channel. I'm can't say that I'm into VWs. Like I'd want to own one and fix one up. I might one day, but you never know. But I appreciate the mechanics of it. I do watch all of his videos related to VWs. And back in 2010, I think it's been that long ago, my brother-in-law and I, we jumped in the truck and trailer and took our ATVs and went to Bonneville Salt Flats for a week. And we were there a day early. We just stayed at the wide spot in the road. Had a different camper yet at that time. That's how we traveled, and we just stayed alongside the road there and rode the ATV in and out every day. And we went and checked out all the VW guys. Well, they travel in a group. You'll see them towing bugs with their single cabs and double cabs and all the parts and stuff. And they're just like this little group. And it was pound for pound, dollar for dollar, they had more fun than anybody there. It was really cool. We hung out in their pits for a little while. Some of them were camped where we were camped. Great bunch of guys, and they're just hard working. And I know it's real easy to change an engine out in a VW, but they compete in like the 36 horsepower class, and then they do an engine swap, and they take the car back out and do run in some other class, and then they swap the engine again and go run in some other class. And it's like, wow. I mean, these guys are just getting miles and miles and miles of runs in, and they're working their tails off for it, bringing all these different motors and stuff. So I thought that was really cool. So if you're gonna do the Bonneville thing, rock and roll at VW and get your money's worth. Yeah, I tried to do this live stream on Thursday from my computer and it just didn't do it. I don't know why. I'll fiddle with it and maybe sort it out. So we're just doing it from my phone. I had 100% battery when I started, so I guess we're good until the battery goes dead. Or be that. What else is new? What's next? I have an air leak on the bus that I got to deal with. It's the ICC valve. It's an air valve that diverts all the air to the rear brakes. It's connected via copper line to this contraption under the floor, which is real easy to get to, not through a side compartment around an air tank. And holy smokes, it's not going to be fun. Probably do my back in, but it just got a little square um, rubber diaphragm to replace. So I reached out to Luke at US Coach. He sent me the diaphragm for like $13 or something. Been fighting this air leak. I took it to the shop. They put 3 valves in it. They charged me not as much labor as they had in it, but still paid a bunch of money to not fix it, to change a valve that didn't need change, and they changed it 3 times. They put 3 valves in it. And it's leaking through a vent. It shouldn't be getting air through the vent. It should be getting no air through the vent. So it had a different problem. They just weren't interested in researching it. So I researched it. Evidently, that's what it is. I got to fix it. I got the part. And we're doing this instead. We'll do it later. It is a nice day, though. I could have done it today. But I figure it's going to wreck my back, so. Yeah, hit the like button. That'd be awesome. And when you guys are watching my videos, please hit the like button there, too. So you can see how many hits I get on videos. It's actually, after over 3 years, it's not too good. I was kind of hoping for a little better. It got actually pretty good, but I had 2 or 3 videos that really supported things for a while. They're kind of falling off. So anything y'all could do, I would appreciate. Oh, I forgot. So I have decals, and I want to send you guys a couple decals, and all you have to do, but you have to do it today, is because this video will be up forever, and so today is the 16th of February, 2 days past Valentine's Day. You need to send me an email with your address and phone number. No, address only, name and address. I don't need your phone number. And I'll send you a couple decals. It's absolutely free, just for being part of the live stream today. So you're gonna send it to. I'm gonna set up an email with Gled Speed Shop, but I didn't get it done. I'm just working too many hours. So you can send it to my Rebel Radio email address, and it is. Are you ready for it? Get a pencil and write it down. I'll mention it here in a little bit too. It's Rebel Radio Mobile DJ at Q, just the letter Q.com. Rebel Radio Mobile DJ. Common spelling. Rebel Radio Mobile DJ at Q.com. Just send me your address where you want me to send a couple decals, and I'll send them out. And I have Scooby-Doo stamps. Scooby-Doo stamps. I thought Scooby-Doo was going to be here. Scooby-Doo, are you here? Ooh, we got. Thanks, Michelle, for liking. Right. I probably do have yours, Tony. Mm-hmm. Gotta go to work tomorrow. 10-hour days, 2 hours commute. Get tired of that. A few months to go. Got a big project. Got to get it done. The World Olympic Trials are held at U of O in a brand new stadium called Hayward Field. We are building Hayward Field on the electrical side, and it is a monster project for us. We have something more than 125 people down there, and working. This week was the first Saturday they've had off in months, for the most part. So I'm glad they got yesterday off. I get more Saturdays off than they get off. Hadn't had to work too many Saturdays. I just don't like to work long hours. I've been doing it too long. Who else is out there joined us? Remember, if you want the new Glen Speed Shop decals, I'm gonna send out a couple of them to everyone that has joined us for our live stream. You have to send me your address via email to Rebel Radio Mobile DJ at q.com. Who else is out there? We got 7, 8 people hanging out there. Who we got? Where are you from? What do you like about the channel? What's your favorite projects that I'm working on? What's favorite projects that you're working on? Anybody else have a channel to shout out about? It was a beautiful day today. I enjoyed working on a little tractor and enjoyed working in the sunshine. So some of you might have saw our video. We went to a friend has a farm. Gosh, she has, her and her family have like, I can't remember. Too bad I don't have to see your face, Alicia Rose. So we got to play with 80 goats. And it was the first time I'd been to my friend's farm. And I told her, I says, I'm looking in all your buildings. I'd be lost out there. There's sheds and shops and pigs and cows and horses and turkeys and pheasants and stuff. And I said, I'm just hunting for an old tractor. I said, evidently you don't have one. I was wrong. They go, yeah, it is. It's right over here. We're tired of moving it around. My dad called up the tractor place and they don't want it. They ain't gonna take it. So Hit Miss Workshop is this channel. Working currently on a bunch of stuff like me. I'll have to check it out. Montreal here, thank you. Just stumbled upon your channel. 10-hour days and long commutes. Yeah, I feel you're doing the same. Yeah. It's gonna be 1st of May should be done. Well, better be done. Has to be done. And his next video might be on a farm all cub. Well, might not be far behind you because I can't get this. This was a Case IH 1190, and it has been sitting a long time. The seat is green, but it didn't start life green. It's and there's a wheel missing and stuff. I thought it was a gas engine because it's got a low pressure fuel pump on the right side, with a little primer thing on the bottom, a little mechanical hand pump thing. So I thought, no, it's got a gas engine in it. But everything I see online about this Case IH 1190 says it's a 3-cylinder diesel. And who knows why they parked it. I'm not even sure if these folks know why it got parked, but I don't know. I keep thinking about it. Sometimes free is not even a good price, and I'm not I'm not versed in diesels, but usually if the pumps work and you got fuel pressure, clean fuel, and compression, they go. You have to admit, green tractors, just John Deere's just look good, don't they? I have 111's going bye bye. I have an old rear engine, but there's a couple videos on where I actually made it run. I haven't done anything more with it. It's been sitting outside. The engine's covered though. Fixed the body. Then I have a 210 sitting right down here. Then I have two 140, an H1 and an H3, and I have front end loader sitting out here for it, and a rear tiller, and a front hydraulic blade, and on and on. I like John Deere green. Anybody else out there? We had similar response on our test on Thursday. Kind of hoping to get 10 people here or something. You stay out of the... Well... Oh, we were talking about what's next. See, I got to chase that air leak down. Once I get the air leak done, then the bus is really good to go. I'll take on some things like change the headlights to LEDs. I drove that thing home in the rain and the dark from the repair shop, and man, it was real hard to see. So, need a little headlight update. I put LEDs in my Geo Tracker the other day, headlights, and that made a massive difference. I had to readjust my headlights because they were blinding people. Michelle, love the Mystery Machine. Oh yeah, we were talking about, someone asked if I got to paint or wrap the step van. And since I've had that, I have been trying to think of how I want to finish it. What is it going to look like? And I was asked by the city, this is the third or fourth time that I put the Mystery Machine in the Christmas parade. It is the last time, unfortunately. That van, it's not designed for that slow moving. It's a manual transmission. All the garbage I got in it's pretty heavy. And the engine is mid-engine, so there's no grill in front of the radiator. And I should have electric fan in it, but I don't. And when the parade was over, it was already at 250 degrees. I pulled it over the side, and it just boiled right there. Filled the whole inside with steam. We had to open the windows and just let it cool off for like an hour. We had a tree lighting ceremony and stuff to go do, but I can't do that to the van anymore. It's too hard on it, and the clutch was gone. I mean, it was so hot it would hardly work anymore. It came back, but it's not the clutch that I started the parade with today. So that's it. However, the step van would do pretty good because it's lower geared, and it has a grandma 4-speed. So I've got that really low crawler gear. And it's got a big radiator and it's out front, so there's a grill in front of it. It's designed for that. The step vans are designed to idle around all day long. It's got a big radiator and all that in it. It'd be fine. But right now it's ugly, and the city didn't want it down there at all. And I thought, well, I think the writing's on the wall now. I got to paint it like Scooby-Doo van again. Ordered a 2-stroke Jenny to replace Grandpa's 79 4-stroke. Rebuilt 3-pass. Gotta love the simplicity of 2 strokes. We have a huge John Deere. Lifts at the yard I work at. A 2-stroke generator to replace Grandpa's 79 4-stroke. Well, tell me more about that. I'm not sure. How big a generator are we talking? You got like a 2-stroke Detroit diesel, or are we talking a little generator? Yeah, 53 Dodge Power Wagon. Yeah, this thing's only go probably 40 miles an hour, all wide open in high gear, so they'll crawl around all day at a half a mile an hour. Yeah, that'd be perfect. 950 watt versus 500. Okay, so a little one. The Honda made this little 350 watt generator when it was part of the motorcycle organization. 2 years in a row, we bought uh, one of those little 350s and became our grand prize for attending a motorcycle rally I put on. And my father-in-law won one of them, still has it to this day. They were actually one of the first inverter generators, and I really didn't know that at the time, but I know that now. If you can find one, I think they're like an EM or E. I can't remember if they're EU EM 350 something. I can't remember what the letters were. Very small. They have the throttle switch on them. Want to catch everybody's stuff. Yeah, 45 top speed on the Power Wagon. My uncle had one of those. Motorcycle parts. EM, the 350s. And anyway, with your motorcycle camping, little tent trailers and stuff, we used to have those. Just a nice size generator for packing around like that. I should probably try to buy the one my father-in-law's got, just to have it. It's probably only been used twice. Real lightweight. I know he drained the fuel out of it last time I helped him clean it up. He's probably put it back in the original box. Should have one, just for fun. Still half a dozen people out there or so. Yeah, I appreciate you asking. How could you help support your channel? Well, watch an extra video. That'd be cool. Always hit the thumbs up when you're watching a video. It's not humans that suggest these videos to others. It's an algorithm that happens within YouTube. And if a video seems like it's a bunch of people like it, then it'll be recommended for others, and it gets that momentum. And I've only had a few videos out of all 450 videos ever get any momentum, and they kind of carried the whole channel for a while. So I'd appreciate anything you could do. Send it to a friend and recommend it. And for whatever reason, we're almost to 4,000 subscribers, but a good turnout video for me here recently is 200 viewers. So I don't know. It's if I could, if by the time I retire, we could get this thing up to 4,000 or 5,000, I'd be happy with that. Views on a video, that'd be awesome. And I plan to do more as I get closer to retirement. I do like to share this stuff. It's really for the fun. I don't really do it for money or anything, but you like to win, something for your efforts there a little bit, so that'd be cool. We're going to keep doing it anyway, just because. Gas in the Honda was from, I used to rebuild the thing, kitchen table. Oh, I was going to say, I bet your wife like that. Oh, single guy. Couldn't get away with that sort of thing. I used to keep my motorcycle in my living room, too, until I got married. Comments help videos, yep. And I like to correspond with the comments, too. I try every day to look and see if I get comments. I stopped corresponding with the negative comments, because sometimes if somebody pulled the trigger on me, I go back with them, both barrels, sort of thing. And I've made a few people real mad. So it would be better just leave them alone, I guess. Although it's fun to mess with them. Yeah, comments help. I finished up the two EU 2000s, got them all detailed. I think I have one sold, and I need to probably double check with those folks, make sure they want it, because I need to get them listed. If not, get them out of here. I got too much junk in my way. And I did the video to turn $60 into $1,350, and that's the big money right there. So that got to finish that to put truth to the video. Michelle, I have a 6869 Columbia AMF Mud Bug mini bike trike that we restored. It has a Scooby Doo theme. Oh man, I'd love to see a picture. Rebel Radio Mobile DJ at Q.com. Send me a picture. That'd be cool. 69 Columbia Mud Bug. Is that one with like that low slung fiberglass seat and one wheel's kind of stretched out there and then two tires on the back? They're like from a Honda Odyssey looking tires in the back and similar engine and stuff. I've seen a couple of those. In fact, there's one on Marketplace or something right now, and every time I see it, it catches my eye. I don't know if that's what that is or not. Kind of looks similar. Besides this tractor that I saw yesterday that I can't get out of my head, they're contributing to the delinquency of a hoarder. Yeah, low slung. It's like pink or no, it's like orange or something. If it's the one I'm thinking about. I also saw one of them at a swap meet a year or so ago, 2 years ago. In fact, swap meet's coming up in March or April, I have to remember. I got a shed full of stuff out back. My swap meet shed that I should throw. I just pile it on my car trailer and hook it behind my truck and camper and just hang out for the weekend. Metallic blue will be better than the orange. They look pretty cool though. They look like they'd be a lot of fun in the sand if you had enough power and some paddle tires. Yeah. What else? As we get closer to summertime, my weekends are a lot of DJ activity, car shows. The first car show that I do starts the first Saturday in April. I have an event to do in March, and I think I mentioned that somebody wants me to do this party next Saturday, but I sort of forgot about it, and I haven't responded to it. And I don't know if it went away or if they're thinking I'm going to do it or not. We haven't talked money yet. We'll see. But as I get more and more busy DJing on the weekends, and I do less and less projects, sad to say, and less videos because of that. Can't do videos at my events because I'm playing music that is copyrighted, so could do it, but I won't have no audio. And so far, I haven't taken the time to like dub video or something. Just I don't have the time, so everything I do is on my phone for now. But 3 short years to retire. That would be fun. Do a lot more projects. We'll do the speed shop stuff that I really intended to do. Some of the projects that I want to get to are my 56 F100 truck has a hot rod 6-cylinder engine, at least the block and crank, and maybe the rods are original to the truck. Everything else has been hot rod approved. And I haven't run that truck in years. 4, 5, 6, 7. Been a long time. So I need to get it up and running. I'll put some race gas in it so it won't go bad. So after I am retired, it will still have fuel in it that will work. One project that you probably haven't seen. We have a 64.5 Mustang Coupe. It's in the garage at the house. It hasn't been here in many years. It's a restoration that just needs painted at this point. Needs painted in a headliner and a package tray. That's pretty much it. The rest of the car's been done. Not like a full restoration, because I don't really go there, but engine's been rebuilt and front end's been gone through and brakes and aluminum radiator, stuff like that. We spent a little money. Spent like, I don't know, way too much money on the motor. It's a 60 over 289. It's automatic. It's factory air car from California. Got a console, factory console, and all that. Just a nice original little Mustang. A lot of fun. I need to finish it. How'd you find a dairy barn shop? Guessing it has a story. Yes, it does. My wife and I bought a cabin on 20 acres off the grid, way up in the boonies, up in the hills, off the road. It's like four-wheel drive accessible, pretty much year round. And we had the Metropolitan and the Mustang and my 56 Ford pickup. That's what we had for vehicles at that time. And we were up at our cabin and we were talking about this and that. And I told my wife, I says, I am tired of not having enough shop space. I have a shop behind a house, but I built it really close to the fence and getting cars in it because with the doors roll up next to the fence. But at the time we had motorcycles. We had 13 motorcycles. Gold Wings were most of them. I had a few other things. And we had 2 tent trailers we towed behind the bikes and a couple others. So we had to shop that all motorcycles in. Well, we got out of motorcycles and now we have cars, but they're a pain in the ass to put in the shop because I can't get them in there. The Metropolitan wasn't too bad, but it's a little car and it turns sharp. I can get it in and out. Okay, the Mustang, real pain in the butt. So I think it's time that we find a better building. We're either going to find a better building or we're going to not have cars. But I really want to have a place I can work. So we called a realtor that was working with my mother. My mother was looking for a house and told her what I want. And we were at the cabin and we got this text back from her on the morning of the day we were leaving. It was a real rainy day, I remember that. And she said, this one's listed. Have a look at it. So we actually, on our way back from the cabin, we got the address for this barn. And when we got the text, I'm like, I don't know what this lady's thinking. Because I've driven by this location on this road right out. I don't know if you can see it or not. There's a road out there. The cars are going by. Yeah. Every day of my life. I bought my first tank of gas at a gas station. It's right here in that corner. There is no barn at this location. There's not. But we stopped, and I'll be danged if there wasn't a barn here. And the story is this used to be called Cooley's Dairy, and they owned all of this land out here. Barn was built in 1947. We are in the, call it a hayloft if you want to. I don't think they really stored hay up here, but there was a lot of stuff that they stored up here. I finished it out a little bit so it was usable for me, and I built stairs for it. There was only a ladder going up the outside right to where this window is. Where that window was, there was just some doors, and I framed it in for a window. That was the only access till I built the stairs and made it really nice up here. So boy, if I could have broke into this building, I would have. I tried. I was pretty ecstatic about it because it's so close to our house. I mean, as the crow flies, it's like 5 blocks. And to walk from here to the house is probably just under a mile, something like that. You can make it 15 minutes. No big deal. Now, that's ideal. I mean, it had power here, but there's no other utilities. The water came from the house on the corner, which was the house that was part of this dairy and all this land, and they got a couple wells, one for irrigation, one for water. There's a line from that well to here. And hi, everyone. Custom Wheel Horse Tractor. Thanks for coming in. We're just talking about the barn. This 1947 dairy barn. I forgot to get the information from the family. I bought it from an estate who built it, but they told me at the time. This is more of a 2x6 construction, different than some of the other barns. And where my lift is, the small lift, table where I work on the tractors and scooters and stuff. That was the milking room. It has 3 foot high concrete wall, and it had a trench that I had to fill in and a drain where they hose it down and stuff every day and all that jazz. Um, so we proceeded with the barn. I'm like, yeah, I want it. Um, and I, my realtor had to talk to another realtor, but that seems kind of weird. But if you ever get in a situation where you're trying to buy real estate, get your own realtor because that's worked out great for me. Because now she's working for me because the other realtor is working for the seller. Um, my realtor found out this thing had been on the market for quite a while. There had been an offer or two that were even accepted, which were lower than the price they were asking. But the deal fell through for whatever reason. So we picked a number that was down below that because they've been disappointed many times, and we could move forward. By then, we had both of our property we live in and the cabin property were bought and paid for. So this is a new deal, but couldn't borrow money on this for this property because you couldn't live here. There's not sewer here or water service from the city here. So it wasn't like residence kind of deal. So we ended up making a deal. We borrowed against our house for this property and a substantial amount of cash that I had put away to make the deal work and to substantial remodel this. So we ended up stripping 2 layers of metal roof, doing a roof on it. I had a cousin in the roofing business, so we did that. The gathering room, we call it, which is just south of the milking room, it's about 600 square feet. It was still in gravel. That's why they brought the cows in and fed them hay before they brought them into the milking room. The whole roof was falling in. It was supported on like 12 by 12 cedar beams, and they were rotting off at the bottom. So we had to jack up the roof and put a footing under. And this is me and my brother-in-law and my wife on spring break week. We had made the deal on this place, and spring break week and the 2 weekends, we did 90% of the hard work, including pressure washing the entire building inside and out. Pulled all the wiring out of it. I was on a bigger construction project, and I had the rental company loan me a man lift for a month, so I could get a bunch of work done out here, get it all rewired. So it was quite a deal. We built and had concrete poured and stuff. We spent about $45,000 out of pocket, I think, on this place to get the lift in. I have a 9,000-pound 2-post lift, gutters, commercial roll-up doors, all 3 of them, all that jazz. So, and I would say I'm pretty spoiled to have this place. We got it paid for here a few years ago, so it's pretty awesome. I love it. I'll keep it. I'll sell the house probably before I sell this. Emails have been sent to your email. Oh, cool. Well, my email's on my phone. I can't see it. I think it's the same thing I'm thinking of. That low slung fiberglass or plastic chair kind of looks like a right out of the 70s. It's probably a 70s color too. So yeah, I've been eyeballing one on Marketplace. So don't contribute to the delinquency of a hoarder here. Get me all jazzed to get one. What do you guys think? Should I buy that Case tractor? It might not cost money. It might be free. They said the local tractor wrecking yard wouldn't take it. Maybe he just wants it out of there. He does. He can see it from his house. It's actually sitting more front and center. It's not attractive. It needs a date with a car wash, pressure washer really bad. Well, we've gone over an hour. If there's some people want to chat, I'll sit here for another hour. But if we're done, We could done too. I could just jibber jabber all day. I will check out the mud bug. At least I know what they're called now. I don't know what to call it. It's like half a sand buggy. Anybody else chiming in? Just showed up. Tell us what you're working on. What do you like about the channel? Fiberglass. Had to use many grits of sanding to bring it back to the glass. It looked like seafoam green. It was flaky when I bought it. Well, I'm anxious to see it. Chime on in there if you're just joining us. We've been going at this for a little over an hour. But I'd hang out forever if folks want to chime in and chat about their stuff or our stuff or what projects that I'm doing that you like. What are you guys working on? What do you guys collect? I collect everything. Up here's my air gun collection. Not all of them. I got a couple of them at home for whatever critters. Yeah, there's some of them. I don't know. I just collect them. Why? I don't know. Why does any hoarder collect anything? Any upcoming projects you haven't seen yet? But we'll get to 56 truck started, and y'all haven't seen anything on that. I need to start the 36 up and run it long enough to get the valves unstuck again. Bye, Michelle. What else might be coming up? I'd like to spend a little time on the 140 John Deere tractors. The doggone hydraulic levers are stuck. I broke one of them trying to unstick it. I've put a tire can of one got deep creep and one got something else that somebody's recommended, and they say it's way better than everything I was using. Well, ain't none of it broke anything loose yet, so I need to get those working because I got all these cool implements for it. So that would be fun to do that. More on the bus. Fixing that air leak is the only other thing that's really burdening me right now. Got to get that done. And then we can go on to easy things. And we start using, we haven't even taken it on a maiden voyage yet. We've had the thing since like August or something. Yeah, but it spent like 2.5 months in the repair shop too. So that's terrible. 50s and 60s motor scooters. B-dubs. And a Model T, possibly. I had a Model A. I don't think I did any videos on it. I think I might have even sold it before I had the channel. I had a... Oh my gosh, what year was it? 30. That's amazing. I can't remember what it was. 31? Model A, town sedan, Murray body. And for whatever reason, Buffalo, New York, all the way across. Thank you guys for stopping in. Long time. Model T Woody. I think I could get into something like that. I just couldn't. I wanted this Model A in the worst way. But once I got it, I don't know. I just developed this hate for it. I don't know why. Finally I just had to get rid of it, and I think I might have lost a couple bucks on that deal. That's all right. Moved it down the road. I don't know. That was just weird. Maybe something like a old truck or something that isn't that pretty or something. Maybe that's better for me. An old truck, something that's a little beat up, or a flatbed, or a van, or just something different. Just having that car. I don't know. Everybody had one. I didn't like it anymore. Buffalo, New York. What's the weather in Buffalo, New York? Long time. It's been like in the 60s here today. I'm sure it'll cool off nicely tonight. You collect ukuleles and I assume that's banjos. Ukuleles and banjos. I don't have anything like that. I have a bass guitar in that stupid oversized case right there that I thought I could learn how to play. Nah, it's not working for me. Cold in Massachusetts. I worked outside all day today. It was awesome. I got a little B12. I think I needed that. Oh, banjo ukulele. I get it. I think I've heard of that. And I'm a country music band, so I've heard the instruments too. Record collection this year. I gotta come around here to see what you're seeing. This stack here is just some stuff I picked up at yard sales or whatever this year. But I have totes and totes and totes. I haven't counted them. 5,000 or 6,000 records between 45s and albums. I do have a 69 Wurlitzer jukebox. Takes 45s. Let's see what somebody else wrote. Been an easy winter for you guys. Long time. 32 degrees, but 3 inches on the ground. I am so jealous because I've been wanting snow for 3 years when we haven't got any. Regular heat wave. Missed part of the live stream. That's okay. You're here. What happened to the Honda Goldwing? I sold it. So, this story how I got it. So, I live on. I'm trying to get the light table down there a little bit. I live on Marketplace and Craigslist like crazy, and this Goldwing popped in for I can't remember a few $100s or something. Said something was wrong with it, like it didn't charge system was said something weird about it. So I call the guy up or email or something, and trying to get out of him what he's done with it. Evidently, he just bought the thing, thought he could fix it, and he's evidently not a mechanic. He's not run. He swore that he never even turned it over. It's in a town near my brother-in-law. My brother-in-law has a couple of them. GL 1100s, and I said, hey, you want to meet me at this location and look at this Goldwing? Because yeah, I'll meet you there. I said, okay. So I have it was a rainy day. I put the big enclosed car trailer behind and went up there on my truck and looked at this guy. My brother-in-law showed up good. She tells me to shut up. She's jealous too. Yeah, I love this stuff. So I get to this guy's house and I'm looking at this Goldwing and I was like, it is really rusty. I'm like, dude, I think this thing is gone or it's parts, you know. The spark plugs are out of it. And I go, you got the plugs out of it? You know, did you throw some oil down there or what? And yeah, that's what I did. Said, does it turn over? Oh, I don't know. I haven't tried to turn it over. And I said, well, I brought my jump box with me. So I hooked my jump box up to it, turned it on, hit the key, and it shot antifreeze all over the guy's truck. I mean, it just was hit it right square in the window and then oozed down the door. I was like, oh, so we got head gaskets out. You did mention that. Oh, I hadn't even turned it over, didn't know. But yeah, sure. Anyway, I said, you know what? The thing is far too rusty. It's got head gaskets out of it. This is not an easy fix. I kind of wanted something I could fix up and go riding this next season. I was just getting the bug to go riding. We used to ride. We had 13 motorcycles. We used to go to 5 or 6 motorcycle rallies every year. You put thousands of miles on these things, and I just missed it. I just thought 1100 would be good. I'd ride it for a little bit, sell it, be a fun project, know how to work on them, all that good stuff. That was that. I said, I'm not interested in the thing. I said, this thing is way worse than you mentioned. They said, well, would you give me anything for it? And I said, well, I don't know, $50 because I knew I could part it out. I could sell the digital display off the thing for $150. I said, and I'm here. I've already spent the gas and I got to go home. So trailer's empty. I said, I'll give you $50 for it. He goes, sold! I went, oops. My brother-in-law was like, dude, I was going to offer him like 200. I said, well, I was trying to offer him enough money to say no, but he said yes. So I paid him $50 and we loaded the damn thing and brought it home. And the best thing that ever happened to it is that I was sitting there that night that I brought it home, brought it into the shop, and tried to that the exhaust was really rusty right underneath where the battery was. That's usually where they're really rusty because the battery leaks and all that stuff. So I had some Lime-A-Way there, and I put some Lime-A-Way on it, and I took all the rust off. I'm like, maybe this is savable yet. And I did a video on that. It's been one of my best videos ever. More than paid for the motorcycle. So anyway, I thought, well, let's make it run. And so I sat there and cranked on it for like an hour. I should have been home in bed ready to go to work, but I want to see if the damn thing runs. And I don't care if I blow it up. I've got 700 people that have commented that, oh, you're ruining the starter. You're ruining well, it's a $50 motorcycle. I'll take it out and blow the thing up. I get more money out of the video than the bike's worth, and I'll scrap it. If it doesn't run, I'm not going to do anything with it. But if I can make it run, it's got blown head gaskets, but if I can make it run, then I know I got something, and I'll buy some head gaskets, and we'll put some gaskets and timing belts and all that jazz on it. So after cranking on it forever, I did get it to run. Now I knew I had something worth doing something with. The starter never sounded good anyway. I had to pull it apart, which I did a video on. Cleaned up starter. One of the brushes was in there real crooked. So once I straightened everything out, starter was fine. I didn't hurt it any. So I did the head gaskets, and I put one in backwards, and I did another video where I pulled it apart, put another new head gasket in it, the right direction, and it quit leaking oil, and went through the carburetors and stuff on it, and hell, the thing run great. So I'm not going through the rest of it, and made it charge, and we sort out the brakes and all that stuff. But I made it to all the way to riding season again, and it wasn't done. I bought tires for it, which I still have, brand new tires for it. And I really wanted to go riding, and I could tell I wasn't going to finish it because I'm getting into DJ season and all this stuff. So I used to do these parking lot skill event competitions and what we call Top Gun competitions. I'm a very good slow rider. Like the police course trainings that you might have seen on videos or TV or something. We used to do that. I used to do that like 4 or 5 times a year, and I pretty much won everything I've ever entered. And we used to haul 5 motorcycles at a time in an enclosed trailer behind our Diesel Fisher motorhome, and I'd competed one weekend and win them all. And I got to perform with a drill team from Washington. That was awesome. Up in Canada. So I really enjoyed the slow riding stuff. What I always wanted was to do it on a police motorcycle. And I would love to take a police class for that precision riding. So I was on eBay one day and I go, wow, there's an ST1300 Honda. I should just buy that. Well, we're back. Did everybody leave? Yep, everybody left. So I don't know what happened. Lost the connection or something. So everybody is gone. Thought we were done. I'll hang around here for a minute or so, but other than that, I guess this is a good time to end it. We went an hour and 27 minutes. Somebody came back. I don't know what happened. It just disconnected. It said it was reconnecting. It took forever. 2 people are back. 1 person's back. Well, anybody else have anything you want to chat about? Say I can just jabber all day. It just kicked us out and kicked us back on again. I'm not really sure what happened. I have really good internet here at the shop. So I don't think it was my internet that caused it. Maybe my antique phone. Anybody else have anything to chat about questions, talk about your projects you're doing. Or should we call it over for the day? We'll just give them one more minute, then we'll just call it. Hey, it's been fun though. Get to meet a few folks. Long time. Thanks for swinging by. And thanks, Leash Rose. And Tony out running around. Good luck with your rack and pinion replacement. All right, we're going to wrap it up. We're going to call her done. Thanks, everyone, again for stopping by. We'll do this again. I enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. Seemed like it was 10 minutes, but it's been an hour and a half. So appreciate everybody. And we'll catch you guys next time.